The story of fabrics is both ancient history and today's news. People have been making fabric for thousands of years. Through technology and people's creativity, more fabric choices are available today than ever before. Fabric is an important factor to consider when you buy or sew clothes. You may want your clothes to be wrinkle-free, soft to the touch, or able to take away perspiration from your body. Some qualities you are looking for are natural part of the fabric. Other qualities are created during the manufacturing process. All yarns and fabrics are made of fibers. Fibers are hair-like substances twisted together to make yarns and fabrics. Just as people have individual personality traits, fibers have unique characteristics. Some fibers have greater strength, others are stretchable, and still others are sensitive to heat. Fibers are grouped into two categories, natural and manufactured. Natural fibers are produced by nature and come from plant and animal sources. Natural fibers have been used for thousands of years. The jeans you wear today are manufactured from the same kind of cotton fiber people made their clothes from centuries ago. Of course, today's jeans may have more stretch or be softer than the cotton garments of yesteryear. The following fibers are some of the more common natural fibers: cotton, flax, ramie, wool, silk. Manufactured fibers are produced in laboratories through the chemical processes and are made from substances such as wood pulp, petroleum, and other chemicals. Chemical engineers have designed these fibers to have special desirable characteristics. They are generally strong and can spring back to their original shape, so they don't wrinkle and they are easy to maintain. They are less likely to absorb water. As a result, they dry quickly and have little shrinkage. Rayon, polyester, spandex, elastoster, acetate, and triacetate. Acrylic, lyocell, nylon, PLA fiber, polyolefin. Every manufactured fiber carries two names, a generic name and a trade name. A generic name is the common name for a group of similar fibers. Cotton, wool, acrylic, and spandex are examples of generic names. All members of a generic group have similar characteristics and need the same type of care. Labels on garments must list the generic name. A trade name is a company's name for a specific fiber and manufacturers. For example, Krusloff and Duraspun are both trade names for acrylic. Trade names are protected by law, which means no other company can use the name. Labels on garments may or may not list the company's trade names. Other fibers have good qualities, but no fiber is perfect. As a result, manufacturers produce fabric blends, fabrics containing two or more fibers. Blends combine the best qualities of each fiber. For example, fabric made of cotton polyester blend contains the moisture absorbency of cotton and the strength and wrinkle resistance of polyester. Microfibers. Imagine a fiber twice as fine as the finest silk and 100 times finer than human hair. This superfine manufactured fiber is known as microfiber. Microfibers are made from polyester, nylon, rayon, and acrylic. They also can be blended with natural fibers. Microfibers repel water, yet they are comfortable to wear. Air passes through the fabric and body moisture is taken from the skin surface to the outside of the fabric. This makes microfiber perfect for undergarments and outerwear. Nylon microfiber fabrics are used mostly in activewear. Polyester microfibers are popular for luxurious blouses, ski wear, and rainwear. Polyester microfibers have the look and feel of fine silk, but they wear better, are less expensive, and can be washed like other polyesters. Fabrics are twisted together to make yarns. These yarns are generally about the thickness of sewing thread. Yarns are then put together to form fabric. The way the yarns are finally arranged affects the appearance of the fabric and the wear you can expect. It also affects the care of a fabric requires. To weave fabric, lengthwise and crosswise yarns are laced together at right angles. The tightness of the weave determines the firmness of the fabric and it affects how it will wear. 4 types of weaves are used to make fabric: plain weave, twill weave, satin weave, and pile weave. Fabrics can also be made by knitting, either by hand or machine. Knitting consists of interlocking loops of yarn row after row. Different fibers, weights, and textures are used to create distinctive designs. Knitted fabrics are stretchy and comfortable, and they generally hold their shape well. However, knits can snag more easily than woven fabric. When making knitted clothes, measurement is important. Single knit, rib knit, interlock knit, double knit, and tricot knit. Other fabrics can be made by using methods other than knitting or weaving. Non-wovens are created by bonding fibers with heat, moisture, pressure, or adhesive. Felt, sew-in, and fusible interfacings and disposable surgical gowns are made from non-woven fabric. Quilted fabrics consist of 2 fabric layers with a batting or stuffing between them. Finishes are special treatments that make a fiber or fabric more useful and appealing. They are one of the final touches put on yarn and fabric. Clothing can have different types of finishes, including performance, finishes, and colors. Some finishes help the fabric perform better. For example, a shirt might have a finish that prevents wrinkling or creasing. Which of the following finishes would you like your clothing to have? Crease resistant, shrinkage control, soil release, water and stain repellent, waterproof, flame retardant, and flame resistant. Some fabric dyes come from nature and others are developed in the lab. Dyes can be applied in various ways. Sometimes dye is applied to the yarn before it's woven into fabric. In the most common method of dyeing, called piece dyeing, dye is applied after the yarn is made into fabric. A printing process can also be used to apply color. How to choose the right fabric. Hand is the term for how a fabric behaves when it's handled. Care needs strength, texture, breathing, and weight. You are now going to answer these 10 questions.